We're back, baby.
We're back.
And the first video we wanted to show you is the drift car. Okay, this is my car that I share with my friend Matt from work. Let me tell you a story, boys and girls. Once upon a time, there's a man called Jake, and he had a big Japanese turbo nuttermobile, right? It's a JZX 110. Looked like a Mondeo, but a nice Mondeo. And he likes drifting. So he took me and Matt drifting. We all worked together. He took me and Matt drifting. We had a little go in the JZX, and immediately we were like, we need a drift car. But Matt and I don't really have any money. So instead of looking at, you know, S14s, S13s, all that kind of shit that's already way too expensive, we just thought, screw it, just needs to be rear wheel drive. Let's buy an MX-5.
I'm Mia. I'm Tia. We're like your biggest fans. Good job!
Nope. Parts are cheap, they're fairly reliable. So we found this little bad boy a week later after our first drift day for 600 quid. Bought it, and over the course of a couple of months, this is about 6 months ago, we've turned it into the glorious beast you see before your eyes now.
Nice.
It wasn't really suitable for drifting when we first bought it. The first thing we did, obviously, was put a welded diff in the back. So we bought a spare diff, paid to get it welded because neither of us can weld. Fitted the spare diff, got a drift button for the original handbrake, and then we took it to a drift day and we slid it about a bit, but it wasn't that good. So since then, we've done the hydro handbrake. We've got a slightly uprated clutch in there because on the first day the clutch was overheating a little bit. It wasn't worn out, but it was just the bite point was going a bit sloppy. So we've got an uprated clutch, welded diff, hydro handbrake, new wheel, which is a slightly smaller, a little bit deep dish. It says Momo on it. It's not Momo. It's some cheap piece of eBay shit that cost about 15 quid. Latest addition is the roll bar at the back. We've got Tyne coilovers on. Everything we bought, apart from the cheap stuff like the wheel and the hydro and the clutch, to be fair, everything else has been bought second hand. We got a cheap pair of skid wheels, put some cheap part-worn tyres on them. The bonnet was already done when we bought it. That was pretty much the feature that sold it to us, to be fair. So all in all, it owes us probably about, we've spent about 1,500 quid since buying it. So it owes us between 2 and 2.5 grand, which we split 2 ways, split the cost of the drift days 2 ways. We've done a few drift days in it now. We're starting to learn how the vehicle works. And mate, for 2 grand, give or take, she skids, she's reliable. I mean, what more do you want?
Yeah, boy.
I think we're the coolest guys in Swindon right now.
100%.
Baby,
You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round.
I'm so glad that you like 80s music now.
Yeah, I'm into it.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah. We're fueled up.
We're fueled up.
We're ready to rock.
Some woman hates us because she doesn't know what a locking diff is!
Woo! Oh, sun's out.
Sun's out! The gun's out! Mazda's out!
Master's out, we're out.
Yeah. Twin cam!
Oh!
We probably need the windsock on that.
Yes, good idea.
That's in the boot, isn't it?
It's in there.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah! You probably can't hear us. Oh mate, this is built for donuts here.
Yeah. Yeah, baby! Woo!
Part of drifting is about style.
Yeah.
You got to have style points. And we've got that in abundance in here.
Oh yeah.
We got the Dulux emulsion Rising Sun on the bonnet. We've got some ghetto side skirts, which I think are hiding some rotten sills. We're not
Absolutely
sure.
love them.
Yeah.
By the way.
It did come on silver front and rear bumpers. We've resprayed the front bumper. The rear bumper we have ready to go on, but we've not fitted it yet because I wanted to put it on the wall and put some marks on the rear bumper first, which I managed to do last week.
Nice.
Yeah, she's just a standard, mechanically standard 1.6 MX-5. Nothing special. It's got an eBay cone filter on for noise more than anything else. And that's it, mate.
Oh!
And she's a riot.
It is fun.
Yeah.
I've never been like hugely into MX-5s, and I know you haven't either.
Yeah, mate,
before this.
I used to have an MGTF, so I was anti MX-5.
You're in the TF camp.
I was.
And that only.
The TF camp.
Yeah. I've known people that've had MX-5s in the past, and I've never really been like, oh, I really want to have a go, or I really want one.
No.
I've never really been appealed to them. Partly because I always thought they were like really slow, and they are. But also, I've never really liked the aesthetics of them. I always thought they're a bit girly, a bit soft around the edges, sort of thing. You know, never really have I thought of it as like a driver's car. However, when you bought this, I was like, okay, fair enough. You're going to turn it into a drift car. It's going to be purpose built. I'm not going to lie, I was a bit like skeptical in terms of what your final product was going to end up as.
Yeah.
However, I must admit, and to my surprise, I am impressed by this.
Mate, the MX-5 was born. In my book, hey, drifting's all about having fun.
Well,
and so, mate, the shitty rising sun on the bonnet, the fucking miniature little rear wing on the back, the air horn that doesn't work at the moment because it keeps blowing fuses, the LED light bar.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's what it's all about.
It looks crazy, but in a good way. Like, you know, it's a novelty car that serves a purpose, which is drifting.
Yeah. So I drive it to and from work once every week, once every couple of weeks, and I wouldn't want to daily it. It's too low. The welded diff is horrendous, like manoeuvring and stuff. I hate it.
I mean, for what it is, it's like really fun, isn't it? It's built to just have a laugh in.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you're doing with it, and it's fun.
100%. And
we've had a great laugh today, just cruising around, doing a few burnouts and donuts, and driftos. I mean, it's not fast, let's be honest.
No, I mean, this is first gear. Woohoo! Second gear. Woohoo! That's 60.
Yeah, it's sprightly.
Yeah, it does
and
alright.
It makes all the right noises, like you can hear it like coming on cam like higher. That sounds cool. And because you're so low down, you get a distorted sense of speed.
Yeah.
So you do feel like you're going a lot faster. Like it's like a go-kart thing, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
It's cool. I really like it.
Well, when you drive it in a second, the problem is all the roads around here are so shite that it bottoms out and stuff, so you can't really drive very fast. So it's not
practical.
No, I wouldn't. Oh, there we go.
Prime example.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to have it as like a fun road car, if that makes sense. On the roads, you can have fun and you can, slide it around a little bit. It's a little bit skittish, especially at high speed. So I don't like sort of nailing it through country lanes and stuff. It doesn't feel as planted as it needs to be. But who gives a fuck?
And it's not designed for that anyway.
No, exactly.
Like, this is just solely purpose built for drift days, isn't it?
Yeah.
And for that purpose, it's a fucking riot.
Yeah. We take it to Birmingham Wheels and do wet days in it, and it's tricky.
Yeah?
It's definitely tricky, yeah. You need to get used to it. Mate, what a beautiful day.
Isn't it?
Roof's down as well, it's a convertible.
It's a perfect day for a Mazda MX-5. Set up for drifting or not, like.
Yeah.
This is a roadster at heart, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
You can see why these things are so popular. It's down country lanes.
Yeah.
Comes in, just going right through those twisties there, this thing comes into its element. Oh, yes. Oh, there she is.
Woo! I'll tell you one thing as well, is that we don't trailer this to drift days because none of us have got a trailer license or a trailer. So this drives up to Birmingham from Swindon every time, 70-ish mile an hour on the motorway. Goes up there, does a full day drifting, it's never overheated. We had a fuel starvation problem, and that's because of the faulty rear fuel pump, which we replaced. First day, the standard handbrake, we kind of stretched the cables and that stopped working, hence why we went for the hydro. And yeah, last time the old battery completely cooked itself, so we stuck a new one in. Other than that, it's never let us down. Hey, she's a beaut.
Yeah, I like it.
I'll have a go in a minute.
Defo. Oh, one cut, baby! My first drive in the MX-5. Whoa.
It's pretty twitchy, isn't it?
It's a bit of a camber hugger.
Yeah. Don't know how we've done this. It wasn't deliberate, but there is. Have you seen how much camber's on the rear wheels?
No.
Oh mate, there must be like almost 3 or 4 degrees, which we've not done deliberately, but it seems to slide well, so we're not arguing.
That works. Whoa, it's got a bit, it kind of got a little bit of a mind of its own in a sense.
Whilst Johnny's getting used to this little bad boy, I just wanna say that I own half of this car. The other half is owned by Matt, like a mate from work, and he's been more of the driving force behind this than I have, if I'm honest. Like, he's been the one sort of finding the coilovers online, finding the roll bar, and because he's a mechanic by trade, he's been doing the majority of the work as well. Big shout out to Matt, what a legend. Also big shout out to Jake, he's the guy who introduced us to drifting. He's been with us every step of the way, giving us a hand with the MX-5. So big shout out to Matt and Jake, absolute legends. Almost as much as you and me.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Hey! Oh yes! Hey! Hey! The back end stepped out a little bit there.
Yeah mate, she's twitchy.
Yeah. Hey, I could drive this thing all day on a day like this.
Yeah.
It's bloody lovely. It's not. It's way more comfortable than I thought it was going to be.
It's not bad, is
I'm
it?
a tall guy. I thought I was going to be like a mini Mickey Mouse car, but like
It's not bad, is it?
plenty of room. Like you mentioned before earlier that this had a standard steering wheel on before.
That had to go.
Like that was a lot bigger and a lot like closer to the.
It was close to your knees.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to drive it then.
No.
That. I'd like one of these. Just for cruising around more than anything. Like, yeah, this is set up for drifting, and I am not at all a drifter. I can't drift to save my life. I've never actually tried to drift.
Few moments later.
Johnny's first donut.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Sorry. Okay.
That the best you got?
Stay right there, tough guy.
Here's some top tips, right? If you want to build a budget drift car out of an MX-5, take what we've learned, because we've made some mistakes along the way. Here's what you need. Cheap set of skid wheels with the skinniest rear tyres you can find. We run 175 14s on the back. That's made a big difference. Second of all, hydro handbrake, because you will just stretch the cables on the standard handbrake, which we did within 3 hours. Don't worry about the clutch. Weld up the diff. If you can't weld it yourself like we didn't, buy a spare diff and pay someone to weld it. I think we bought one for 50 quid and we paid a guy, I think 50 quid to weld it up for us. So the diff cost us 100 quid. And then crucially, you do need to lower it. The first day we did, it was a bit too roly-poly. So welded diff, hydro handbrake and some sort of lowered suspension. Cheap coilovers would probably do fine. And you'll be doing skids in no time.
Yeah.
Done.
And if you do what Ben's done, go 2 ways on it, you're saving even more money.
Yeah, like me and Matt have split everything 50-50. Like I say, it's cost, including tax and insurance and everything for the last 6-7 months, it's cost us about £2,400, £2,500. So we're in it for definitely less than £1,500 each. Way less than £1,500 each.
That's cool.
And it's a fucking riot.
Yeah, let's have it, baby.
Twin cam! Indicators, don't self-cancel! Woo! So, there you have it. Hopefully that was only a short little video. We do tend to waffle a little bit. There is the MX-5. We'll be doing plenty of vlogs and stuff with this. We're going to go to a couple of drift days in the next month or two, so we'll try and film that and show you properly what going to a drift day entails. We may do a track day in it this summer later on, we're not too sure. So you will be seeing more of the MX-5.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh, God.
And you'll be seeing much more of us, because we are back on it, baby!
Yes!
Yeah!
Back
Fuck
in
you!
town.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck yourself!
Back in town! See you
Yes.
on the next one!
Subscribe, like, do all that wicked shit that I forgot because we've not made a video in fucking years.
Yeah.
YouTube stuff, yeah!
Woo!
Baby!
See ya! Oh no.
Oh no.
Sorry. Okay.
Well, we've been here twice. We've been here twice today.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Totally
Respect
understand.
that. Thank
Okay,
you.
all
Sorry,
right.
mate.
Cheers, dude.
Thanks for letting me do one. Where was it?
I don't
He just came out of nowhere.
Surprise, motherfucker.